Creating a trusted resource for consumers to help them make good buying decisions was something that was unheard of at the time.
The idea for starting Checkbook really just came to me because I was driving away from an auto repair shop where I'd been 3 times to have the same repair, and I got a half mile away and I knew I'd be going back for a 4th time. And I thought there just ought to be a way to find the best services that really will do a good job for you. It's something like a Consumer Reports for local services. I started this 40 years ago. I sure hoped it would become this. It hasn't always been easy to keep Checkbook afloat. I remember at one point years ago, it had almost no money left. We've never missed a payroll.
Checkbook in general is a pioneered effort. I mean, no one had done what we'd done until Robert decided to just try and do it.
He is amazing. He started something from scratch. He built it into what it is today, and now it is across the country. I think Checkbook changed the landscape of what people expect in the marketplace.
Yeah, the internet has changed a lot. People want it right now. They no longer want to wait a few years for you to cover it again in print and mail them a magazine. But it's also made things a lot easier on us. I mean, it's made collecting ratings a lot easier. What makes Consumers Checkbook different is that we don't take any money from the companies that we evaluate. A lot of other companies that report ratings for companies, well, most of their money, if not all their money, comes directly from the businesses they evaluate. I think there's a real conflict of interest there. When the companies are only paying you if they look good, for example, your interest is to make everyone look good. Here at Checkbook, we're here for consumers. We're funded directly by consumers, and all we care about is making sure that consumers have good information.
Our subscribers really feel like they're part of a community, so they help by completing our surveys. They help by paying for subscriptions. You really want to be working for the customer, not for the company. Checkbook uses a lot of different methods to evaluate service providers.
We're looking at other things that other companies don't look at all. For example, we're looking at prices. A lot of what we do here is doing undercover shopping to collect prices from the companies we evaluate.
My husband and I are looking for some eyeglass frames, and I was wondering if you carried them.
And then the Ray-Ban, it's the RX7032.
We're constantly looking around and trying to identify big and even small consumer needs. Consumers really need to know about this, and then trying to help them out. We do a lot of work in terms of comparing prices at supermarkets.
And so we'd put together a market basket of 150 or so items and go to every supermarket or 2 or 3 stores from every chain in the area and compare their prices.
There were people many years ago who said, well, you can't do this. You can't evaluate hospitals. Sure you can. We did it anyways.
We actually get medical records for millions of cases, really, and we've done this for 25 years.
We should be able to look at the same data we look at hospitals to measure things like death rates and complications rates and apply those to surgeons. The data's there. It's the same data. And so it just really took a lot of effort and really just pushing by us over the course of 10 years to make these data available.
Checkbook is about consumers, by consumers, and for consumers, and that is what makes it really unique in today's marketplace.
We get a lot of people who call us and tell us, boy, that was just great. Or I'll just meet people at a party or something, and somebody introduced me, that Krugoff, he does that Checkbook, and the person says, oh man, I love Checkbook. I never do anything without Checkbook. Well, that's a very satisfying thing to hear. You feel like you really are making a difference.